I'm beginning to think Dougie Ducote don't give a rat's ass about how dumb and ignorant and stupid he appears to people. I just don't understand it, Dougie. Don't you have don't you have a brain that you can look at something and say, if I said this, I'm probably gonna look dumb? Probably not. You see, old Dougie is yucking it up. Oh, he's yucking it up really good. Because some judge said Hillary's going to have to answer questions about her emails. Makes Dougie feel so good. Dougie's all happy with himself. Meanwhile, old Dougie is advocating and organizing to overthrow our Constitution. I've still got that screenshot, Dougie. Still got it. So, on one hand, Dougie wants the rule of law applied to Hillary. And he wants her prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But yet Dougie, on the other hand, is advocating and organizing to overthrow our Constitution, which is a federal offense, Dougie. I know you didn't know that till I pointed it out to you. Because you're dumb like that, Dougie. Yeah, you're dumb like that. Strange, isn't it, Dougie? That on one hand, you want Hillary prosecuted, and on the other hand, you're trying to get a revolution going. So, which is the worst offense there, Dougie? Hillary's emails, or your violation of the Smith Act of 1940? And never mind that that orange buffoon admitted to both the articles of impeachment. But that's okay with Dougie. You see, the rule of law is not for his side. That's only to keep those Democrats in line. That makes you look really stupid, Dougie. Makes you look like a dumbass. Makes you look like you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground, Dougie. But that old 10-cent brain, not much is going to get into it because it ain't got any room. Ain't got any room in that 10-cent brain to stop and think, Dougie. If you're advocating for one person to be prosecuted, but the more serious offenses on your side get a pass from you, don't they, Dougie? Yeah, Dougie. Give out that old pass. Because your side, nah, that rule of law don't mean anything to them. Nope, don't mean a thing to them. Don't mean a thing, does it, Dougie? You see, Dougie, that's how you're looking really stupid. Because, well, the scales of justice. See, on one side, your side has got it weighted all the way down. And Hillary's emails barely make a blip. But yeah, you want Hillary prosecuted on that rule of law, don't you, Dougie? Yeah, Dougie. Dougie the hypocrite. Oh, and by the way, Dougie, since you're advocating and organizing to overthrow our Constitution, here's an idea for you. Go to a national cemetery and start pissing on the headstones, Dougie. Because that's what you're telling them. You're telling them that Constitution that they've served for and fought for and died for is obsolete. Can't have that anymore, can we, Dougie? Because your side's got to have total control. Total control, Dougie. That's what you're after. You're after a dictatorship with your orange buffoon, the dictator. Screw that Constitution, Dougie. Screw that Constitution. You see, conservatives have never liked that Constitution. They don't like democracy. You see, it's a personal affront to Dougie when those liberals get a say in how this country is run. Dougie doesn't like that. Dougie doesn't like that a bit. You see, only his side, mind you, gets to say. So when Dougie's advocating and organizing for a revolution, you see, Dougie didn't know what that word is. He didn't know what that was. It just sounded good to him. He thought he'd put it out there. Apparently, Dougie doesn't have a dictionary. Dougie can't look up a word and see what it means. Nah, if he did have a dictionary, he wouldn't know how to use it. Because Dougie's dumb like that. Aren't you, Dougie? You're dumb like that, aren't you? Yeah. So, Dougie, he doesn't care about making himself a hypocrite. Dougie doesn't care about making himself look dumb. Dougie doesn't worry about making himself look stupid and uneducated. You see, he's got a clown posse he's got to satisfy. And all of them think just like he does. The stupid just rolls out of them. They can't help themselves. It's stupid. It's stupid town. And Dougie's the mayor. The mayor of stupid town. So Dougie, when you go to the National Cemetery to piss on those headstones and tell us that you're ready to overthrow the Constitution so your orange buffoon could be a dictator, that just makes you feel so giddy, doesn't it, Dougie? This the idea of your orange buffoon being a dictator. So then what you get to do, Dougie, you see, you get to take your guns out and start hunting liberals. Because that's what happens in a dictatorship, Dougie. The opposing side gets killed. So what you're advocating there, Dougie, is the murder of your fellow citizens. You know, those ones that disagree with you, Dougie? You call them the enemy. Dougie calls fellow Americans the enemy. Because Dougie can't stand it that the other side has a say in this country. Dougie can't stand that. Dougie don't like that a bit. And did you see, Dougie, where the newspaper, the Ku Klux Klan, endorsed your orange buffoon? The Klan's voting for him, Dougie. You're voting for him. So we can conclude, Dougie, you vote with the Klan. That just kicks your ass, don't it, Dougie? Oh, you hate when I point that out. You hate it when I tie you to the Ku Klux Klan. And you vote just like them, Dougie. Poor old Dougie. He's just too dumb to know that he's making himself look like an idiot. Poor Dougie. Alligator mouth hooked up to a 10-cent brain. Poor Dougie. He's such a dumb shit. But Dougie, with his high school diploma, ooh, knows best. Dougie knows best with that old high school diploma. Old Dougie knows best. So Dougie, when you go start pissing on the headstones at the National Cemetery, take some video for us, would you? Douglas Ducote. Big dummy.